Okay, step 4. We're going to finish this up here. And we're starting with the bundle. I'm going to tilt it down. There we go. Okay, so the loop. And then we have all these strands, 8 of them, that are knotted. I just want to show you what I did as far as how they're separated. See, I have a couple sections here of little beads. I think that's sort of important. It kind of adds some cool texture. And I know it kind of seems naked here, but what happens is we're going to pull them all together. And I've already measured this. And this part here is only about 4.5, 5 inches. This adds a whole inch, inch and a half, and then we're going to tie a knot and put the clasp on. So even with my wrist, and I'm pretty big, this short bit, see how that wraps and it seems sort of tight? That's really where I want to go ahead and tie this knot. So I'm going to take all of them together and tie one big fat overhanded knot. You want to do this neatly. Now, I cut these short because I knew I wasn't going to need to worry about them because I'm pretty good at handling little strings and little knots and things like that. But you shouldn't have to worry about all these short little bits with yours because you should definitely have more strings. So see, I've bundled it all up as close to that last bead as possible because I sort of went big. I've got an around and through knot. That's an overhanded knot. Now I'm going to pull this up, just as tight as I possibly can. So each individual string is going to get a nice tight pull. Here, there we go. Pull, pull. Pull. I've got one that kind of have this loop here, and I don't know which one it is, but I'm going to just keep pulling. Hopefully I can tighten that up. If not, I'm not going to worry so much about that. Here we go. Sorry. This is the weirdest thing. Okay. Pulling them. Haven't identified which one is that one. But it looks like I might have a little tiny loop there, and that's honestly, this could be trimmed off after you get it all done, but I'm not going to worry about that little loop because when I'm wearing it, I'm not even going to see it. Now I know because I've tested this that for my button, all my strings here are going to have to come off, but you don't want to trim them until after you've tied that overhanded knot and make sure it's nice and tight. So I'm going to get in here and I'm going to snip off all of these shorter strands and keep the longest one. And you'll want to do that. Now, if you've got a couple, 2, 3 long ones that will fit through the loop of your button, use those. Use as many as you can. I just happen to make the little loop on my button closure really small. And I don't know what I was thinking, but one fit through there. So I've tied my knot. I've trimmed off the excess. And now I have this. And I'm going to bring this down. And then I'm going to tie a knot. More overhanded knots. Nice and tight. I'm probably going to do this, and I'm actually going to tie next to surgeon's knot, which is an overhanded knot, but I'm going to loop my string through twice. This kind of helps it from sliding out. Plus, we're going to put a little tiny bit of glue on there. And see, I'm getting that nice and tight up underneath there as close as I can. And one thing I like to do at this point is I take this string, and I'm going to tie a little knot just on the string instead of around it. And I don't know why, but I think this will help it from sliding out of this bundle that we made. So, got it all nice and tight. I'm going to trim. Then I'm going to use a glue like 527 glue, E6000, or Goop. Not Gorilla Glue, because Gorilla Glue gets puffy and is a funny color. Elmer's glue is okay, but really the better thing to use is something like E6000 or 527 glue. And you're just going to coat this knot. It'll dry clear and soft. You need to let it sit for about a day. And then